Hey, you guys, and welcome back to Around the Way Gardeners.
Welcome back. You never say welcome back. You always say don't say welcome back.
Do I?
Yeah. You say
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
You
well,
say
thank
don't
you
say
for
welcome back.
reminding me. That is
Yeah, look at
that. I have some more.
Oh man.
Hey, you guys, and welcome to Around the Way Gardeners. If you're new here, my name is Latanya,
And I'm Adam.
and we are so happy to have you joining us today. I don't know if you could tell, but today we are in the garden, guys, and the garden is booming. Now, wait, it may not be booming to some of you vets, but it is definitely booming in our eyes because every time we plant something and put it in the ground and we see it grow, we are so proud.
We are.
And we want to encourage it and say that it's booming, even if it's doing a little bit bad. Today we're going to be transplanting our Roma tomatoes, and we're going to be amending some soil because we have a bed over here that's just not doing too good. But before we get into that, we just want to thank all of you guys, all of our new subscribers, every one of you who have left us a comment encouraging us. Yes, we are so just happy and nervous at the same time. And speaking of nervous, like just doing this video is nerve-wracking a little bit because you know that people are actually watching you now. I feel like, I don't know if you've ever tried to do something, but I think you do it and not really realize what the outcome is going to be. You have an expectation of what it could be. So we are a little bit nervous and it gets a little bit stressful because when you know that people are watching or looking, it makes you feel more pressure. Are you doing the right thing? Are you know what I mean? How do you look? Why do you sound? But at the end of the day, I feel like you feel that way and you do it anyway. It is like whenever I'm afraid or I feel weak or stressed, it makes me think of this verse in the Bible that says, like, the Lord will renew your strength and he will guide you into the path. So if you're feeling like waverly, should I be doing this? Shouldn't I be doing this because of your nerves? Just know that God is there guiding you through everything if you're, letting him lead you. So if you haven't already, don't forget to
like, subscribe,
and leave us a comment. Thank you to the person who told us, yes, you can grow grapes in the pot. To someone who told us to use a serrated knife to cut the daylilies because it would be easier and a more even cut. And even someone who mentioned to try to plant before we put the cardboard. So we appreciate all that. And yeah, so we're going to shut up now and get into the video. Right now, Adam is going to play the cameraman. And I'm going to try to amend this soil. I think it was just bad from the beginning. I feel like we pre-filled it with like leaves and branches and stuff, and it kind of went down. So there's not enough soil in it for one. There's some pests in here, and it's eating everything that we put in here. Nothing that we've put in this bin ever since we started actually thrived, except for that little carrot over there. And it looks like this tomato plant is doing pretty good. So I'm gonna try to take those out and save them or salvage them. I'm also gonna try to salvage this marigold, but if you zoom in here, I don't know if you could see, but they have been chewing on even this marigold, but there are still some little babies here, and we're gonna see if we can just cut off the tops and save it. And so what I'm gonna be using today is, I got some blood meal. It is high in nitrogen, so it's really good for tomatoes, and we're going to be planting the Roma tomatoes. And so I hope that it also helps the soil. I also got some worm casting, but the soil, all-purpose soil that we got, Adam's going to bring it over. You can turn it to the front. Adam's playing dual roles today, guys, so we gotta wait till he is back in front of the camera. Can you see that, hon? So this is some all-purpose potting mix, and it's good for raised beds in the ground as well as pots, and it has worm casting in it. So we're going to use this. This is the first time we're trying this, and we will definitely let you guys know how it works out. So I'm happy that I got the worm casting though for, some of the other beds, because we're going to be planting a lot of tomatoes or things. We are struggling with the light, so we're most likely going to be back tomorrow, but we want to get these tomatoes in this bed today. Yeah. It's slugs. Look at that. So now that we know what it is, we know how to fix it. Wow, it's really good to know what your pest problem is. Was it? All right, so we know it's slugs. Watch to the end and you'll see what we do for the slugs. All right, so I got all of the plants out, and Adam is gonna come in and dump in that potting mix that we got. So this is saying that you could spread 3 cups per 100 feet or half a teaspoon per plant. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add actually half a tablespoon per plant. So I'm going to do the half a tablespoon. I just like to listen to the directions. Let's do that. I'm going to put on my cloth, y'all. We don't know how to act when we get new stuff. Like this kneeler came with claws, but it came with one, and it was for somebody who's right-handed, and me and Adam are both left-handed. So shame on you guys just assuming that everyone is right-handed. So we had to go ahead and get our own. So I'm gonna put Roma tomatoes in here. So I'm gonna put 3. They should be like 18 inches apart, but I'm gonna put 3 because I did grow Roma tomatoes last year, and they had more than enough spacing. And then I'm gonna stick a zucchini right here so it could drape off the edge of here. And then I'm gonna put the garlic back, and I'll put the marigolds. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna bury it all the way up to here. Okay, you guys, so we are going to see you guys tomorrow because we're losing light because it's getting dark. So we'll see you tomorrow. We are back and it is day 2, and we have the tomatoes planted in the amended raised bed, and we're going to see how it turns out. And we also have some tomatoes over here that we planted before, and I think that they are doing just fine. We have a pepper plant, we have some garlic and some marigolds. I also planted some nostalgia in here. Okay, so over here in this bed, I have some cherry tomatoes, and I planted all of my cherry tomatoes on this side. I didn't really grow a lot of like beef steak tomatoes, like larger tomatoes, because I don't eat tomatoes as much. But I love them in salad, so I think that the cherry tomatoes will be great. Also the Roma, because I want to can them. I also have some basil here, garlic. I've planted some nasturtiums. I have a parsley, as you can see here, and I have them all up all along the line here. I have marigolds, so I companion plant it, and I've been trying to do that throughout, just things that are beneficial to each other. And also have alyssums here. I think these are the purple or white ones, and as you can see, they are growing great. And I take them out and kind of like transfer them in different places, and they're doing pretty good. I just kind of take them out in clumps. So I can't wait to see these grow in. They're supposed to be also really good, as far and work well with the things that are in here. Um, Over in this bed, we have zucchini, and we have also some more marigolds. I have some peppers here, big and small. I like to stagger plant. And so that's pretty much all we have going on here. I didn't put too many things in here because these zucchinis are going to kind of like spread out. I want to see if I put a trellis here and kind of help them grow up a little bit. Over here, we have another tomato plant here. This is actually a Roma tomato here in the bag. And we're going to trellis here and put something here for the support as it grows. I will also fill it in. So over here, we have our peas growing up the trellis. I love to see things growing. I think I'm going to plant more things that grow consistently throughout the year. I just have to figure out what some of those things are. And then in here, we have our cucumber, which we intend to have it grow up this arbor that we built. And if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I have radish. Again, I'm just trying to companion plant. And so cucumbers and peas, radishes, carrots, and bush beans. And listen, I just threw a little bush bean right in the middle here, because they don't take up a lot of room. And I have some carrots here, and they're already spaced out. Now I transferred everything into here. So I was growing it in one space, and I even transferred the carrots when they were very small. We'll see how they'll do this year. This is the first year I'm growing carrots, so we'll see. I transferred the carrots because I did like plant so many of them, and I wanted to see if, instead of actually thinning them out and wasting the carrots, if they would do good transfer. I don't know, but we will definitely see. And this is radish, and oh my gosh, like I'm so excited about the radish. And again, I love to plant things at different times. This is a cucumber. This is also a cucumber, so that they kind of thrive, and I don't have all of my food at once and don't know what to do with it. And that worked very successful for me last year. The thing that I love about peas is they're going to start to grow really, really fast and grow up this trellis. And I'm going to get my peas, and then it's going to be time to take them out. And I'm going to plant some more cucumbers in here because cucumbers actually grow really quickly. I'm debating on whether or not I just actually pop 2 seeds in here, because with some things you can actually plant a seed in a transplant that's already developed, and the seed would kind of catch up with the plant. And that's what I did here. I planted some transplant peas and seeds, and look at them. They're doing the same things. So I think I'm actually going to put some cucumber seeds right here while these peas are growing. And by the time it's time for the cucumber to thrive, these peas will be long gone. I have some lettuce here that I am still eating off of, and I planted a lot of them because I just like to pick on these small leaves. This is a potato plant. Look at this potato plant. I planted 2 potatoes in here and it is going crazy. And I don't know. This is my first year growing potatoes. So I planted this way, but then I also planted 2 others. I did the healing process. So we will see which one works better. I like to kind of play around with things just to learn more because there's different ways of growing. And if we move over here, I have some more bush beans and carrots. And I also have some cucumbers and peas. We're also going to empty out this bed pretty soon because a lot of these things are going to be going to seed. We're going to leave. We have some pole beans in here. We're going to leave. We have the garlic in here. We're going to leave. And do you see the radish, guys? I mean, I am so happy. And again, there's some smaller ones here. And then we have lettuce that's still doing pretty good. So I'm gonna keep it until it goes to seed because it tastes really good. I've been harvesting and it's like almost every day making salad. Over here, we're gonna pull this out and I was thinking of putting some corn here, but I don't know if it gets enough sun. I was even thinking of possibly putting my 2 pumpkin plants here because they're very small pumpkins, so they don't need as much spacing, and maybe try to let them grow up here, grow up this way once these things come out, and they are ready to already go in the ground. But I don't want to put the pumpkin in the ground too soon because I want them to harvest for September. So I'm waiting on that. I have some more of this blue dwarf kale here that I want to make into kale chips, and I'm going to leave this as long as I possibly can. Oh, let me show you the tower. So this is our vertical stackable planters, and if you could see here, we have some strawberry. Look at that. And I'm so afraid to grow fruit. But we got this from one of our local farms, a little strawberry plant here. And I hope that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm going to trust. Look at that. And then we got this from like Lowe's. And you can see that there. So I think it's okay. I think I'm going to move it to a sunnier space. I got some kale in here, and we have some cilantro over here, kale here. Yeah, I like to stick parsley all over the place because although the smell is not as strong, it does help to deter some pests, and it grows like crazy. We also have some spinach here that's going to seed, and I think I'm just going to actually leave it in here. This is the bin that we had the slug issue in, and turns out that we have a bigger slug problem than we thought. I was also in the front yard eating all the flowers that I grew, that I was growing. And so what we decided to do was we did a beer trap. I don't know if you could see, but there is actually 1 or 2 slugs in here. Some dirt got mixed in it. So it is working, and we've only had it in there for 2 days. But I will show you in the front a more clear view of the slugs that are in there. And when I was wondering, I'm like, well, what happened? It was a period which there was absolutely no sun and just nothing but rain. And apparently slugs love really damp, places with lots of shade. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We hope that we inspired you, encouraged you to get out in your garden, go out on your deck, get a pot with some dirt and sow a seed.
See what comes happen. Oh, man. He was right in my face too.
Also, if you know anything about planting tomatoes, anything about the products we use today, anything about getting rid of slugs that you think we should know, please leave us a comment.
Yes,
we also want to learn from you. This is a growing community.
Absolutely.
Thank you again. God bless.
Happy
and happy
growing.
growing.